Hello, book nerds. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am doing the quarter year crisis book tag. Alright, so this is just basically like a first quarter check-in with some taggish questions. I saw it going around and I really wanted to join in and do it and kind of see where I'm at and if I'm on goal and track with all my reading goals this year. So let's get on into it. The first question is, how many books have you read so far this year? So from the months January to March, I read a total of 29 books, which is definitely more than I anticipated. So I'm doing pretty good on that aspect. The next question is, have you already found a book that you think might be a 2026 favorite? And yes, amazingly enough, I have. I've had five-star reads so far this year. I know, it's insane. So any of these honestly could be like a top favorite and are going to be like top favorites. So, and those are Valley of Dragons by Christina Bear, final book in the Secrets of Ormdale series. The Legends of Nesher, the second in the Redemption Pirate series by Cheney Hobson. Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. Of Love and Treason by Jamie Ogle. And finally, Eden Brook by Julianne Donaldson. So, all 5-star reads, all top tier, like probably going to be in the favorites. I guess we'll see how many more 5 stars I get, but yeah, it's been a pretty good first quarter, I'd say. The next question is, any 1-star books, or what is your least favorite book from the first quarter? So for the first quarter, I did not have any 1-star books. I did have one DNF, and that was my book club book, What is Reformed Theology? I believe this was by R.C. Sproul, and this was a soft DNF. I just couldn't renew it again, and it was just taking me so long. It was just something different than I expected. So I still kind of want to go back to it at some point, but for now it's a DNF. But my least favorite book that I read this year so far would probably be Someone Like You by Karen Kingsbury. Really did not like this one. It supposed to be a romance, and it's got so many weird, not romantic things in it. I didn't like this one. I think this was a 2-star for me. So, question number 4 is, what was your most read genre so far? So, I actually found this really, really interesting. So, my most read genre so far is bromance. Nobody's really surprised there. I read a total of 10 romances, I think. It's pretty typical for me. Romance is a big genre for me. But what surprised me was my second most read and my third most read. My second most read is historical fiction, which I'm not normally a historical fiction girly. It's not a genre that I gravitate towards or always find that I like, but I read 7 of those, I believe. And then my third most read was fantasy, guys. Like, what? So I read 5 fantasy books so far this year. Is that not insane? I'm also pretty sure this has nothing to do with like anything, but I'm also pretty sure I've read at least 2, if not 3 books, like 500 pages or more, which is also kind of insane and crazy to me. But anyway, moving on to the next question. Question number 5 is, what is a book that surprised you? And honestly, guys, I'm going to go with Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers, because I really thought, just hearing all the controversy over this book, that it was not going to be for me. I was not going to like this book. Oh my gosh, did it surprise me and blow me away. I adored this book. And if I thought that I was going to like it, it probably would be like tabbed up and highlighted the crap out of, but you know, I didn't know. So I'll just have to reread it at some point and do that. But oh my gosh, like, this was amazing. A lot of content and trigger warnings, but amazing. I loved it. So that was definitely the one that surprised me the most. Question number 6 is, a book that has already come out in 2026 that you want to read but you have not gotten to yet. So for this one, I'm going with What Is Left of the Night by Mark Buchanan. It's a World War II Christian fiction, kind of historical, and I've been really, really interested in this. It did just come out in like mid-March, I think, but it's one that I still like really, really want to get to. So still pretty high on the list. And then question number 7 and question number 8 kind of go together, and those are, what is one goal that you are succeeding at, and what is one goal that you need to focus on more? So looking back at my goals for the year, I'm definitely succeeding at just my overall like total goal, because that was only 80 books and I've got 29, so I'm ahead of the game there. I'm also been succeeding at my reread challenge. I wanted to read like a total of 12 rereads at least. And so I had a list, and I have read one for each month from that list so far. So I'm on track for that and succeeding. I have also been filling in my Christian bingo board. I haven't like put it all together yet, which is something I need to do, but I have been reading a lot of like different Christian fiction and checking out the genre like I really wanted to do this year. So I'd say I was succeeding in that. And I had another goal to get 6 5-star reads this year, and I've already gotten 5, which I'm absolutely blown away by. So I'm definitely like far exceeding that one. And then finally, to be more intentional about my reads, while I have read more than I wanted because I wanted to slow down a little bit, I have been more intentional about them, and I've been enjoying my reading overall. So I'd still say that I'm pretty like well succeeding with that one. And then what I need to focus on more, I definitely need to focus on keeping up with my reading journal more, because I still have not been doing a very good job. Also, reading 6 books with my girls, that gives me like 2 months per book. And while I did read through a book with the girls, I'm not on track to get the second book done with them by the end of this next month. So I need to kind of like get more on track with that one. And then another one is read through my library more, which I did better than I thought I had done when I looked through it, but I still have been not reading quite as much as I had hoped, because I'd been buying more. And that was another one, is only buying books that I thought I was going to love. And I do think that so far from what I've read, I've done really well in buying books that I have loved. I haven't had as many that I've been like, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to give this one away, like in the past. But I have been buying books a lot more than I expected. I have a little bit of leeway with my birthday month, but outside of that, February and early March was not birthday month book buying. So yeah, I did fall a little bit and had some slack there that I need to reel back in and do better at. And then the other one was to read through and deep dive study into 4 books of the Bible, and I did not finish my first book at the end of March. I am getting close to finishing it, but with my husband gone and stuff, it has just been a bit harder than I thought it would be. I have been reading, like just dry reading the Bible a lot more, and I've been doing some like short little devotionals a lot more, because that's just easier for me right now when I'm by myself taking care of the girls. So I'm proud to be doing that, but I do want to get better and get back on track and be able to do still like 4 book deep dive study throughout the year. So that is definitely the last one that I need to focus on. So those are the goals that I've been succeeding at, and the goals that I need to focus on majorly. So, and then the last question was, any new to you booktubers that you recommend? So this was hard. I was trying to think of who have I like just really found or started watching consistently within just the start of the year, these first 3 months. So if I found these or found them a little bit before or something, apologies, but these are definitely ones that I've been like looking into more lately in the past couple months. And that is Anna. From her channel is The Bundled Bookworm. She does not have a lot of subscribers, but her editing and video style is so professional, is so well done. Like, I adore it. Also a Christian booktuber, so I'm really enjoying hers and diving into hers. And then also Alyssa from Alyssa Marie Books. And I think she had a booktube channel before, but she just recently pivoted to just like a Christian booktube channel. And I've really been enjoying hers, and I enjoy her style and everything too. So those are 2 that I've definitely been diving more into. And if you haven't checked them out, I would highly recommend that you do. So this was a super fun video. I did have like a few more stats that I just wanted to share. So I read a total of 29 books. I said that. So I read 8 in January, 10 in February, and 11 in March. So I kind of gone up just a little bit every month. And of those, 4 were audiobooks, 18 were physical, and 7 were ebooks. So, and I had 12 12 new to me authors. That's like a lot of new to me authors. And of the 29, 3 of those were nonfiction. So, and 14 of them were off my physical TBR shelf. So I feel like for like my goals and like what I want to do and just variety, I have been doing a pretty good job. But there is also some genres that I normally read that I don't think I've really touched on much this year. So that's interesting too. I've definitely been branching out and reading some different things and trying to just discover what I like, what I don't like, type of thing, and just being more intentional and stuff with my reading. So I've been enjoying it. I've had a good first quarter overall, like one of the best first quarters I think I've ever had, with 5 5-star reads already. So that is so exciting. But I appreciate y'all being here. Please tell me, how was your first quarter? Did you have a really good one? Did you have a bad one? Did you get any 5 stars from it? I would love to hear like your big highlights of your first quarter about it down in the comments. And I hope I will see you guys in another video. Until then, have a lovely rest of your week. I'll see you next time. Bye.